Hi, Ritz. It's so
Hello,
great
Gabby.
to see you. How are you?
You too. I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
All right.
Chilling. Okay, for my first question, I have what imagery comes to mind when you think of UC Davis?
Ooh, yeah. For UC Davis, definitely the cows. I think everyone who's outside of Davis and in Davis just loves the cows. So
They're so cute.
I know that suddenly pops into my mind when I think
Right.
of UC Davis.
Right.
And it also helps when people say Davis is a cow town.
Because we have cows.
We have a lot of
They're
cows.
there. They're so cute. Literally so
Yes.
cute. I love them.
And probably the water tower as well, because it's very prominent in the campus. Wherever you go, you see it.
And it's kind of like a little marker. I don't know, like you can tell where you are at campus because you're like, oh, there's the water
Right,
tower.
exactly. How about you? What comes to mind?
I feel like the eggheads, just because it's kind of like cute and quirky. I don't know. Like we have eggheads, and I just think it's interesting. They're like around campus. I'm like, oh my gosh, wow. There's eggheads.
We did that.
Yeah, we did. Things we did, that. It's fine. It's fine. Also, probably the squirrels because they're literally so cute.
Yes.
I had one try to climb in my backpack last quarter. And I was like, I don't think this is a good idea, but you're so cute, so it's fine. Like, you can just sit there. She was like pregnant, I think, too. And I was just like,
Aw.
okay, great. Hello, mommy squirrel.
Yeah, that's definitely all around campus. You
Yeah,
cannot miss them.
They're so cute, though, and they're so freaking friendly. I love it.
So the next question is, what was the transition like from high school or community college to UC Davis?
I feel like for me, it was a little unconventional because I went to a performing arts school for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
And I'm a STEM major here. And so
Oh, wow.
it was like different because I'm used to having 3 hours of arts like every single day of the week. And so I feel like for me, the transition was, I don't know, it was a little different because I was like, I don't know, for a minute, I really, really missed having arts classes because like I'm not taking any right now.
Yeah.
And it was kind of weird not having that routine where like directly after lunch you go into arts. But like, I know it was really great and my orientation leaders were amazing. My advisors were incredible. Like I feel like they're just so helpful and like getting me used to kind of like, this is how to be a freshman
Yeah.
and this is what you should be doing right now. These are some things you need to take care of. And I don't know, like, I feel like it was smooth, but it's just different because I was just not used to it. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I didn't come from a performing arts school, but I did come from a pretty different environment. I'm an international student here, so I came from Dubai, UAE. And for anyone who knows Dubai or any place in the Middle East, it can be really hot.
Yeah.
And so when I came here, definitely the change of weather has been something I'm still trying to get used to. And the busy life in a city is very different from the quaint and quiet and chill laid back here.
Right.
But I kind of appreciate it now, like it's
Yeah.
growing into me. And in terms of like leaving home and leaving my family, it hasn't been too rough because I do have some relatives who I live close to here.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and so they've been kind of my support system along with my amazing peer mentors here.
Right.
And you know, the advisors, the teachers, they're all so down to help you. And that just made everything so easy for me to transition here.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's for a lot of students too. There's just a very welcoming environment that UC Davis fosters. Yeah.
I love that. My question was, what was your on-campus living experience like? So like residence halls, or like where did you live, dining, walking around?
Yeah, it was definitely fun.
Yeah.
It was my first time living with strangers that now I call pretty close friends.
Right.
And I lived in Tercero, Cottonwood Hall.
Oh, sick. That's really
Yes.
close to where I live right now.
And everyone knows that Tercero is close to the cows. And so that's a pretty interesting experience. Sometimes you can smell their scents during the night. But, you know, you definitely get used to it and you
Yeah.
kind of enjoy it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the dining commons was amazing. You know, we had themed dining experiences. I remember we had a Harry Potter themed dining.
So cool.
Yes, it was really cool. And yeah, it was overall fun. We also, I think in the middle of my first year, we opened the Latitude. So that was great, you know, eating sushi and different foods from around the globe. Yeah, but it was a really fun experience living on campus. How about you?
I feel like I'm kind of getting an unconventional experience because I went from being in quarantine for like 6 months to coming into a building with people that I didn't know.
Yeah.
And also because like we're all in singles right now. And so like we didn't have the whole roommate situation, which has been like interesting. But like, I don't know, I've really, really liked it. Like, I feel like I've made a lot of personal growth since coming here, which is really interesting. And I don't know, I like it. Also just like getting to explore campus in a unconventional way, I guess, because like we didn't have an in-person like orientation, so we didn't do like little tours. Instead, we like would go on night walks, and it's great. But I don't know, the food's also really good. I feel like Latitude's like so good. My friends and I'll go and we'll be like, let's go spice it up tonight, and it's so fun. I also like, I don't know, I feel like I've been trying so many different foods like in the DC, and it's so good, and I'm just like, I'm a very happy camper when it comes to food.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's so good. It is so good.
So next question is, what's your favorite weird or unique thing about UC Davis?
And oh, the llamas and like the fistulated cows that we have. I think, is it fistulated? I don't remember the word. I think it's fistulated. Anyways, the llamas and the cows like in the far part of the arboretum, just like the fact that we have llamas on campus, I think is really cool. And they're pretty cute. I like them. But I feel like that's just like my favorite thing, because it's just so like random. Just like you're walking in like, oh, now there's llamas.
Llama.
Perfect. And it's just, I don't know, they're cool. I'll go with my friends sometimes. We'll be over there at like 9. I'll be like, hey, llamas. And they're like, trying to sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my favorite. How about you?
Me, probably bikes. I think is very unique here on campus, and squirrels as well. And the combination is kind of weird, kind of unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one of my most memorable experiences was I was biking to class, and then there was this squirrel that just decided to run in front of me while I was biking. So I was like, I don't know where to go. And when I turned right, the squirrel ran to the right, and it was just crazy. I thought I was gonna run over the squirrel.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna go into an accident, but that was definitely a weird experience, but it makes Davis what it is.
Also, like the little turkey gangs that'll walk around, and I'm just like, there are so many turkeys in a line right now.
Oh yeah, especially November.
Also, the fact that there are little, like, there's apparently river otters in the Arboretum water.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my friend has seen one of them, and I'm obsessed with the fact that we have river otters, because otters are the cutest thing ever.
I've only seen the ducks.
What's your favorite UC Davis tradition or event?
Tradition? Ooh, well, for tradition, probably patting the eggheads, especially the one in front of the library, because tradition says that if you pat it before your exams, you're gonna ace your exams. So
yeah.
I definitely tried it, and I don't know if it works.
But you know what?
It's all about the belief in
mentality. It's all up here.
It's
if you believe it's gonna work, it's gonna work.
Definitely. In terms of events, in terms of the experiences that I've had, I think the biggest event that I really like was Sunset Fest, because that was one of the first events where I really felt like I was in the college spirit, and so I look forward to joining again. How about you?
I didn't really get the chance to experience that many traditions or events, but like based off of what I've seen and what I've heard, I feel like my favorite tradition would probably be like, I just like the Aggie Pack cheering section. There we go. I can speak. I feel like that's so cool. Personally, like I grew up with my dad like watching football, and I used to hate it, and then I started watching it with him freshman year, and I got super into cheering and like very much so into football. I can't tell you the name of the positions, but like I will cheer.
Yes.
And so like I don't know, I'm just, it's like not my thing, but I just really enjoy it. So I feel like Aggie Pack is very exciting for me, and I'm like, I'm definitely gonna join once I can. How about you?
Well, yeah, definitely attending sports games and cheering for our team has been one of the biggest ways I, show school spirit. But yeah, I think just showing and cheering and showing your excitement and, rooting for your team is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not reading this. Okay, so what are you studying, and why are you studying that?
Yeah. So right now I'm studying neurobiology, physiology, and behavior, and I'm minoring in anthropology as well.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So why I chose NPB or neurobiology, physiology, and behavior? I'm a pre-medical student, and I think it's a really good major to kickstart your journey into medicine, because you learn a lot about not only neurobiology but also the anatomy of the body. And so that's why I chose the major. And why I chose to minor in anthropology, I was in an introductory anthropology class during summer session last year, and I really enjoyed how I got to see the world in a new perspective and really see how interconnected we are as humans. And that's, I think, something that anthropology teaches.
Right.
And I was just so excited to learn more. That's why I decided to minor.
That's so cool.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm currently an animal science major.
Perfect.
And I'm hoping to go pre-vet. I want to work with large predators like big cats, wolves, and bears, and like rehabilitative zoos. Just because, like, I don't know. I feel like it's really interesting. And I actually like did a summer program where like I was a camp counselor at a local zoo. It's like fully rehabilitative. And I kind of realized that, like, that's what I want to do, is like I want to help like large predators. And like I don't know if I want to be a zoologist or a veterinarian per se. But I just want to work with like large predators. But I'm also currently thinking about maybe switching to be an anthropology major on a pre-forensics track, because like, I don't know, I'm also super into forensics, and I kind of am thinking about being a forensic pathologist, because that's also something that like I've always had an interest in. And I've been taking a lot of like environmental toxicology classes and like intro to forensics, as well as my animal science courses. So like I'm on an in-between right now, and I'm still picking, but I think I have a little bit of time to decide, so.
No, I mean, UC Davis is perfect for those.
Right.
I hope you luck to find
Thank you.
the perfect major for you.
Yeah, I really, really hope I can figure it out. But
Awesome.
the world's full of possibilities.
For sure.
Who knows where else it's going to go? My brain might be like, oh, go and be a wedding planner now. And I'm like, oh, okay. This is a concept. I'll follow that too.
I mean, we have to be open to anything.
Right.
In here.
I'm so excited to see how like what the world has in store
Right?
for us. I'm so excited.
All right. Well, I think that concludes our talk.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you. This is so fun. Okay.